Welcome to Unity Fort Worth. It is Saturday, December 5th, 2020, and this is our Unity Fort Worth morning pray. So thank you for joining us. The reading of the daily word, and if you'd like to join in with that, let's try again. Tells me what I entered for us didn't go through. Let's see here. Let's try again. There we go. So we begin with our daily word. If you want to read along, it's there in the chat, the website that you actually can find a free version each morning, each day, as well as other ways to find past and future daily words if you'd like to subscribe. Our daily word for today is create. I am a creative being is our affirmation for today. Let's see here. I am a creative being. Let's say that together. I am a creative being. Well, good morning, Tammy. Glad you're joining me on this Saturday morning. Our daily word continuing here. Creativity flows through me effortlessly. My imagination expands beyond what my eyes can see, what my ears can perceive, and what my conscious mind can know. In my imagination, my emotions and my thoughts intertwine, and ideas begin to take shape. With my eyes closed, a whole world soon comes into being. Returning to awareness of the world around me, I am inspired to begin a project. Maybe a literary work, a culinary one, a painting, or a performance. I am inspired to jump into the creative exploit like a child at play. I may not know what the end result will be, but the process excites and fulfills me as a creative being. And our verse for the day, let's see here. There we go. Our verse for today, you can read along. And God said, let the waters under the sky be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. That's from Genesis 1:9. And our affirmation again, I am a creative being. Together, I am a creative being. Well, I like our opening affirmation that I am a creative being. I think I can align with that. And the Bible verse from Genesis, the whole creation story of Genesis is just, well, in some ways mind-boggling if you try to bite it all off in one sitting. But it is actually this wonderful creative process. Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, had lots to say about that process of creation. Let's see here. I'm going to put our verse in there. Seems like it was there, but oh, there it is. Wow. Just having a hard time and where I chat, which is different from what y'all are seeing, showing up for me today. But it's there now. So the waters that it says, let the waters under the sky be gathered together in one place. The waters represent all those unexpressed possibilities of mind. So divine mind, but that divine mind as it's moving into our own mind, those unexpressed possibilities. So that in divine mind, but also in our own mind, that which is being unexpressed. And that using the formative power of mind is imagination. Just as our daily word today touched on this great idea of imagination, that is what represents the dry land for us. So there's this unformed thoughts in our mind that must be separated um, from the formed. So it's our recognition of that separation. And imagination gathers those waters together into one place so that the dry land appears, takes those unexpressed possibilities and brings them in with imagination into actually expression and manifestation. So divine mind doesn't create without human beings, and human beings don't create without divine mind. That to me is a key understanding for us that God, divine mind, um, doesn't create the visible universe directly. It's through us um, that that universe is created. So divine mind didn't really create, you know, a highway like you and I create. It's utilizing us. It's that taking that original um, idea, that which is held in divine mind, all those infinite possibilities, everything in the realm of divine ideas, and out of all those possibilities, um, we hold those divine ideas and bring that into really a physical, tangible expression, the manifestation. So it's no longer what's held in the mind, divine mind of God. It's that which we, through as human beings, through our imagination, through our ability to connect with and deepen our relationship with divine mind, that we bring that whatever that infinite possibility was forth in our world. Charles Fillmore also says that ideas of God are potential forces waiting to be set in motion through proper formative vehicles. And guess what that formative vehicle is? Um, it's our thinking, that the thoughts that we bring forth is the vehicle that we use to create. Um, and that we don't create anything in the idea that we're taking um, something from nothing. We actually, our creative process and how we create is we're taking the formless into the formed, all those infinite possibilities into the one manifestation here. So the formless into the form. So this is, if you think of that, that's co-creation, right? That it's taking this seemingly two, which we've talked about all the time, they're not necessarily two. We describe them that way, trying to get an understanding of them. And we talk about co-creation implies there's two as well, right? But in essence, what we're doing is taking that formless and bringing it into form. So that's the unification of divine mind and our humanness into expression. So Charles Fillmore says that for us to get that fully formulated in our minds, that idea fully formulated, um, and that we're ready to carry that change from this character of contemplation, I'm thinking about it, I'm imagining it, into executing it. So it's no longer a plan, it's being executed. It's executing that which we already planned, but it's no longer just a plan for us. Um, and that once divine ideas are established in mind, it's through the law of mind action they're expressed. And I know we've talked about the law of mind action before, but to briefly remind us, that's mind, idea, manifestation. First, that it has to be mind, divine mind, and then into the mind of man, we're bringing forth that idea. So there's an idea in mind, and through the inherent power and intelligence in that idea that we act, there's an expression of that, And in that expression, we have manifestation. It shows up for us. And when an idea is fully formulated, um, we really are taking this creative process into this expression of the divine ideal. So it's a creative process because we get to use our own imagination and we get to take all those infinite possibilities and refine it down to one, right? Think of if you're sitting at a table, at a desk, um, one near you. Think if there are infinite possibilities, that how many possibilities are there of that table, of that desk? But you're not sitting in front of all of those. You're sitting in front of one. So our imagination, our creative process is in somebody's mind, help them bring that one particular form and shape and size, color, texture, material into creation for us. So that we in our creative endeavors said, ooh, that'll look good right there in my place. And we secured it for ourselves. So we had our own creative process and its implementation in our world. We may not necessarily have been the one that created it through our imagination. So with that, um, last thing I'll say here is that part of Charles Fillmore and his beliefs, and what he shared so often with us, that our commitment to spirit, our commitment to the divine mind, our commitment to the exploration, being a seeker, um, sometimes he used that word, that we were then endeavoring to be that same relationship in divine mind that Jesus Christ described to us in the Gospels. Um, and that relationship of truth is a relationship about thoughts changing their character from contemplation to execution, as we already said, but that if you use that creative consciousness, um, you can work on demonstrating just as Jesus Christ demonstrated. And he told us that that's why we teach unity principles and ideas, is that it's helping us learn to take this idea, that which held in divine mind, and bringing it into expression and then into manifestation. And for us, we do the same thing with the teachings that we're exposed to. It's no longer just a thought, an idea. It's no longer our imagination contemplating it. We, through this executive use of it, bring it into our world and take something brought to us as an idea and it becomes a reality for us. Ability to create. Get to say, I am a creative being, not only imagining this idea, but manifesting in my world. So with that, let's take this into prayer. Create. I am a creative being. To be a creative being, we have to bring our concentration to the point of recognizing the divine nature. That here in this breath, in this space, in every molecule existence is this one divine source, and that I am this divine source as well. There's no separation. There's only me taking what is perceived as formless into the form. And that I concentrate all this realization that we are one true nature, and that I am acting in my world, and that everything that shows up is me bringing the formless into the formed, and that I am touching the world, and through my prayer requests and those that I acknowledge in others, I bring that formless to form, and that I bring into my world this divine reckoning, which means a divine experience. And my imagination, my creative power unfolds into the world, and that I am actively involved in that world that shifts and changes around me. And that through my ever deepening, ever increasing my concentration upon the truth of who I am, I more refinedly bring that creation into existence. And I am grateful that I have this power and intelligence to shape my world and shape my life, but to contribute and make the world a better place. I am grateful for my creative being. And with that, we say thank you, and so it is. Amen. Thank you for joining me today. I invite you to go to Unity Fort Worth. Check out what's going on the rest of this month. There's some new things you'll discover there. Remember how creative and using your imagination to help be creative with you are, and that the world around you is impacted by you. You're not separate. You're not singular. You're a unique expression, but you are part of that power and truth, and that you get to be that same creative force in the world all those other unique expressions are. So with that, I will go on with my Saturday. You do too. Hopefully you enjoy it. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.